revenge, somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from holding.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans.
We play to win. Let's go! That's it. You're 18. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You're trying to run.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Watson off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again is Watson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
That's another Texans 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Jets have recovered.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will have a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play G. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Darnold completes it. Always got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Now for the point after.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped out, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Watson, he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Fournette on the counter. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Of play.
The score tied 7-7.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the grab by Croft. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Set. 60 outlaw. 53 is the mic.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
A first down throw, Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for our quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack on first down, Darnold. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Andrew Billings coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Walsh. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got Fuller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Throw complete to Herndon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Walsh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff looking right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Darnold. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
18 Gator. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's set a tone. Ready?
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. 30 base. Hey, orbit. Here we go. Check. 53. 2.
Operating from the gun. Walsh got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 5.
Throwing on first down. Walsh. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's into the hands of Edwards. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walsh. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Now they try the right side here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. On the draw, this is Fournette. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
5.
Back to throw. Walsh. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. The throw over the middle taken in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Off play action. Walsh. Throw left side complete. It's Black. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Austin, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here? Charles.
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Ready?
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had